something. It's funny because the CIA director, Radcliffe, says there's nothing secret or sensitive in the chain. His own people then ask us to withhold information that was in the chain, which we did. But nobody else came in. They were in a catch-22. They had built a catch-22. They had driven down a cul-de-sac of their own making in the following sense. By saying that it's not sensitive, they were freeing me to publish. If they had said that it was sensitive or classified or top secret, they would be opening up themselves to possible charges, at least gross negligence. So by downplaying the importance of operational security, by saying this didn't matter, they freed us to go out and say, no, this is what it is. You judge for yourself. You American citizens, read this now and judge this for yourself. So that's what we did. We put it out. We called their bluff. They goaded us in a kind of weird and dumb way to do this. I didn't want to. But when they called the Atlantic liars, when they called me a liar, and when they said there's nothing sensitive in it, I thought our role as the press is to let the American people decide for themselves if it's sensitive or not. That's our role in society. And so we put it out, and people made their own judgments.
What would have happened if this had gone to somebody other than you?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, look, I'm an American journalist, right? Not just a journalist. I'm not in this line of work, and I've been doing this particular national security kind of work for a long time. You make a decision early on. You are not going to share information that could put Americans in harm's way. After the fact, you can autopsy a report, you could do a post-mortem on any operation. You could criticize as much as you want. I'm interested in why they do things, how they do things, the ideological disputes, the role of America in the world. I'm not interested. I don't need to know, from my perspective, that the plane is taking off at 12:15 and not 12:30. So there's that. I mean, if it had fallen into other hands, I mean, that is sort of it's a theoretical question, I guess, but it's a nightmare question. Here's a scenario. It could have gone to a diplomat whose name was in his phone, and that diplomat might be friends with another diplomat, and that diplomat might be friends with an Iranian diplomat, and that it might have been a game of telephone where information is actually passed. That would have given time for the Houthis to either rearrange where they were at the time, or even more dangerously for Americans in the air, they could have actually prepared an anti-aircraft program that would have been more effective than it obviously was. From a national security advisor standpoint, it's a complete and total disaster to put out that kind of information into a commercial app.
I want to ask you a personal question. A couple days after you published, you came down to New Orleans and actually walked in and surprised my Tulane class, and you taught them, and you talked about your family's reaction and what you called your family's group chat.
Yeah.
Tell me how your family reacted to all this.
Yeah.